it's really surprising, like being the heart of innovation, the suburban Silicon Valley is still really slow to accept these changes. There is some love for cars, there's some love for single family homes, and there's the big American dream still exists here. So I'm hoping that this is a start of a very big movement, but definitely we are not seeing many concrete measures, at least at the local levels, municipal levels, and at county levels. There are definitely much bigger efforts that have been taken by the state, and hopefully over the next 5 years this will trickle down.
The change in the type of tourism inevitably also involves a change in the way of people move within the historic center of Venice, but also in Mestre on the mainland.
This change implies benefit for sustainable mobility, such as a reduction in the number of short journeys on foot along the city's pedestrian path, greater use of public transport, boats in Venice and buses on the mainland in Mestre. The city of Venice, which in recent years has been building many cycle paths, plans to expand the network for a total of almost 200 kilometers in total safety, together with an increase in the frequency of public transport, such as buses and trams, to reduce overcrowding.
We need to change our habits of life. We need to understand that we need to use less the car, we need to use more the bike, and we're able to do some travels on foot. I think the design of the cities need to be changed and pass from the design for the car and design for the people.
Right now, the biggest challenge what Kampala should do is to have a bigger network of cycling lanes, because now it's like from nowhere to nowhere, which is perfectly okay because that was the start. The start is very important, right? The bigger network, good news is that Kampala is actually working on it. There are plans to expand that network, and that should make it much more meaningful for the riders who are currently enjoying that pilot corridor.
Hopefully a shift in how we discuss and implement active transportation projects in the city. We've gone from where we had to have 30, 40 years of advocacy just to begin a 3-kilometer pilot bike lane on the main thoroughfare in the city. That was a huge, huge, huge win for the advocacy world in Toronto. But now within COVID, we've thrown up bike lanes almost overnight. And it is a shocking change in the way that we've done things. And now that we're able to see what's possible, I think hopefully this will mean this is a fundamental change.
Most of the roads in Iraq are designed only for one single mode, which is car. But recently we have made the mobility plan of this town with our local partner View Pioneer Company, based on the Dutch approach, which promote cycling and walking. And the plan was approved by municipality and local authorities here and traffic department of the town, which enhance safety and health for the inhabitants of this town.
Temporary measures were introduced, like temporary bike lanes, lower fees for car parking, and also lower fees for the rental bikes. However, few of these measures will be made permanent, as of right now at least. However, the big change has probably been in allowing people to work from home and using internet and telecommunication systems simply to replace physical meetings.
I do hope that there's a change in people's hearts and minds about using more active forms of travel, walking and cycling, now that they've seen how possible it is. But perhaps the biggest challenge that London faces is about financing sustainable infrastructure and travel.